Hey, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, the comments, the hypes, the generous donations in all forms. I appreciate it all. Let's go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out the energy, and then we'll see what the message the Spirit has for us. There's absolutely, positively no reason to revisit the past. None. You know the truth. Revisiting the truth, going over it again and again and again is not going to change it. Hey, Noni, you know the truth. Now the Most High wants you just to relax, wants you to let it go and allow the blessings to come to you for having to go through that in the first place. Confirmation, survive through that the second place, accept it, and now it's just time to relax and let things come to you. Bottom of the deck, we knew there was some fuckery, there was some black magic, there was some darker forces at play against you. We knew that you were the target. We knew that somebody wanted to change your destiny. We knew this. It was known while you was going through this. But they could do nothing. Not a damn thing. We knew that somebody tried to, come visit you. Like they wanted to try and take some false evidence to act like you had some sort of addictions that was going on. We knew that, anytime that they spoke about you, it was to put another lie out there because once again, we already knew. Now we know that, like I said, you had to preserve yourself. You had to save yourself. And it's this snake that's having a different perception of you. Now the snake understands that you always knew. You were always very conscious and conscientious about everything that was going on, everything that was taking place. And you know what? This snake still expects you to forgive them. Hey, Angelique. Hey, the soul archetype. This snake still expects you to forgive them for all those ignorant, dirty deeds. You were the sacrifice. Like I said, you was the target. Hey, Robert. And there was nothing that you did ever to deserve any of this. The one thing that you did pay attention to was who they tried to compete or put against you, who they wanted you to compete against. But you know what? Now, it's totally different. You don't even feel like you even have to say anything. You don't feel like you have to think of anything to say. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And somebody, they was trying to come up with some type of excuse as to Oh yeah, well, like they're trying to justify what they was doing whenever you already knew what they was doing. Hey, high priestess, now they want to try and justify it. See, somebody's religion is not even helping them anymore. Whoever they pray to, it's not helping them. There's nothing they can do because this person did nothing but bring conflict and fucking drama to you. That was it. For no damn reason. You were always going in the right direction. You were always in your north node. You were the one that was innocent. And you know what? Time is your best friend. Because it's because of time. Hey, LP. Hey, Jude Likes. It's because of time that everything that you said, everything that you prophesied, everything that you saw with your third eye, it's coming to light. Everything is coming to light, especially about these relationships, about these people that you were supposed to be connected to. Now it's coming to light, and someone knows that you're looking directly at them. Looking at them because you know what? I think after these things came to light, and you may have even said something to this person, and now they want to go, oh yeah, like they always knew it. But that makes it even worse because then that means that they was part of it. They're just admitting that they was part of it. They sat there and saw the abuse. They sat there and watched the misuse of your time, your energy. They sat there and watched you be belittled and beat down and everything else, and they chose not to do anything. That makes it even worse. Did they act like, yeah, I knew? This makes you look at somebody totally different. At least back then you was giving this motherfucker the doubt, the benefit of the doubt. But now, no. Hey, Shaylin. Hey, SNK Pokey. Now it's over. Hey, Brittany. And the thing is, you worked so hard on yourself. You worked so hard to get over this. If you didn't do anything else, you had to work hard to get over this, to put this behind you, because this was no little thing. This involved these people, this coven trying to fucking take you out. Something about your personality that these people didn't like. And the fact that maybe you shine. You can't help but to shine because you know what, you're chosen. Spirit don't make no dull chosen people. The 144,000, they not living in no fucking shadows. They shine. They stand out. That's how everybody knows who to attack. And the fact that they didn't like you because you shine, that's a them problem. That has nothing to even do with you. The important thing here, though, is that you understand something. How much of a coward this person is. Now it's like it's coming to light how much of a coward this person is. Because this person was always too afraid to change. Always too afraid to look at themselves, always too afraid to stop some shit, always too afraid to speak up, always too afraid to get into their own purpose. Hey, Travion. And it doesn't make you upset to know that this person is a coward. It actually makes you pity this person, because it's got to be tough to be a coward and to live with yourself. See, this person thought their objective was just to get some laughs, just to entertain those people, just, that they was hanging around, just to show those people, you know what, this is what I can do. This is what, watch what I can do. I can do this, I can do that, like they had some type of control. When people are looking at this coward now, thinking that they was always out of fucking control. They was doing this at your expense. And now, like I said, you look at this person totally different. You gives 0 fucks. And what's even worse is this player thinks that you still love them. Like I said, you give 0 fucks. At least you've wised up enough to understand that this is a witch. At least you give yourself credit for that you understand that you was dealing with a cowardly, backstabbing, bullshitting ass, game playing witch. Hey, Sia. And keep loving yourself. Keep being who you are on the inside, and don't change for no motherfucker. Because you understand that somebody was just like a dark priestess, a dark arcana, dark whoever. They was just dark because you know what? They're a coward. And they wanted you to be a coward too. But you never were. You were driven to dance to the beat of your own drum, to live life the way that you wanted to live life, because you knew that you already had a seat. You knew that you had something important to do, and it was not to be hanging around and worrying what this coward was doing. This is why this coward was always trying to play with you. You even hoped and prayed, even had faith that this coward would all of a sudden one day change. Like their heart would change, like they would want the best for themselves, and that they would, start to look at where they at, and then disconnect from what no longer works, because you know that this person, whatever they doing, this shit is not working for them. It's never been working for them. It's never ever going to work for them. You show this person so much kindness, so much hospitality, so much grace. You showed this person so much grace, even though this person kept bringing the bullshit to you, kept trying to keep you in a period of hardship. Even when you told this person, you gave this person the most loving messages about, it's never too late to turn your life to God. It's never too late to turn your life around. It's never too late to do the right thing. It's just never too late. Even whenever you kept giving this person that message over and over and over, hoping that it would sink in, this person never did. It never sank in. This person felt like they had some privilege, a privilege that they never had. And you don't even know where this person's brain was. You don't know where their head was. It's like they always had their head in the clouds. not thinking. You know, and as far back as you can remember, you always felt like you had to defend yourself or protect yourself from this coward. You survived something that this coward can't even survive. You went through something that this coward ganged people up and took you through something they wouldn't be able to go through. And you know this. But one thing is for certain, the two things for sure. God made a promise to you to keep your head on straight, that you're too smart for that. Now, this vain motherfucker is getting justice. And you just gonna be you, loving you, accepting you, adoring you, and being glad that you didn't change. You didn't allow someone to change you. This person felt like because they was always attached to you that they could control you somehow, some way, you know. But now they're starting to look at you and they're realizing what they thought is not how it really is. It's not how it appears. Because you know what? This person is looking at you with new eyes. And they're seeing that you are a lot different than what they thought. Like for the first time, this person is realizing that you're strong. You know, and you are their teacher. You're teaching them something. For the first time, this person is actually taking a good, hard look at you. Whereas this person thought that you was cowering, they realizing that you was always standing up tall. You was never cowering. Something about this backstory, the backstory with this person, it's over. You put it to rest. You know, and you putting it to rest, it's almost like this person now feels like you don't even see him. This person is watching you, though. This person is watching you be blessed. It's like you're receiving things that this person wished that they could get. They're watching you be of service to other people like you've always been. You haven't changed. Unfortunately, neither have they. This person is watching you still at peace. You know, this person is the same person that thought that you was going to overextend yourself. You was going to do this until the day that you die. You was going to, make sure that you gave until you had nothing left to give. Now this person is seeing that that's not you at all. They thought that you was going to martyr yourself, and they're realizing you ain't doing none of that stupid shit. See, what it is that you, out of everybody in this family, in this tribe, you out of everybody was the one that somebody looked at you like, disgust because they felt like you was just perfect. You was the one who wasn't afraid to travel, to move around, to explore, whether it was different places, different thoughts, different ideas, explore, your spirituality, explore whatever it was that made you more rounded, more grounded, more wise. Hey, Red Violet, this is what made you a leader. And this is why, you know what, you even though you did all that exploration, this is why you still feel comfortable in the skin that you're in. No matter where you're at, you feel at home. This is why your ancestors have made you that chosen one. They knew you was chosen since the day you was born. Hey, Imana, Orleans, how are you? Since the day you was born. It's almost like, since the day you was born, they crowned you coming out the womb. You was always going to be that leader. And this is what everybody paid attention to. You was always going to be that leader. Hey, K Hypsee, this is why they chose to try and take you through, to try and put you through, to hope that you wouldn't survive through this. But now you survived. You made it through. Not only did you survive, but you ended up thriving. What's the message? And you know what? They know that they couldn't survive none of this. Hey, C-Bone. None of it. This is why the Most High wants you just to relax now, because you already know the truth. Ain't gonna change shit. You know the truth about who you was connected to. It ain't gonna change shit. God just wants you to be happy wherever you at. Because God knows and everybody else knows that you is innocent. Now it's time for you to be blessed. Now it's time for the blessings to rain on you. You've already done the hard work. Now it's time for people to come and provide to you. And trust me, you are going to be blessed. Your personal power cannot be matched. Your confidence cannot be matched. The way that you express yourself, your maturity, it cannot be matched. Your optimism cannot be matched. Neither can your innocence. What's the message, Spirit? This is your time. This is the time that God has prophesied. This is the time that God has set aside. This is the time that is for you. And everybody's about to learn an important lesson from this wise teacher, you. And those that know the backstory, hey, Lightworker William, hey, J. Mike, they know that you've always moved to the beat of your own drum. You always went where you were led to go, not where they told you to go. And now they see that it paid off. All the hard work that you've done, all the lessons that you had to learn along the way, you learned them graciously and gratefully. This is why people, no matter what they do, even to this day, it's like they can try and fuck with you all they want and it don't even affect you. Because you learn the mastery. You've mastered the art of loving yourself. This is what people notice the most about you, is that you love yourself. They can try and compete with you, but like they say, don't try to compete where you don't even compare. This is the most important lesson that you have to teach everybody. Don't even try to compete where you don't compare. Like I said, they tried to change you, but they was not able to change you at all. Even when they tried to hold you down, to do this, to do that, to get you in this position, to get you in that position, you still didn't change. Nothing worked. You still loved on yourself. And you'll still continue to love on yourself. Hey, Shane Shay. Hey, Nurse Oasis. What's the message, Spirit? You have a lot of blessings coming through, and they know this. And they also know they're not going to be there for them. Spirit said, hell no. They got to go. So all they can do is watch you from afar. All they can do is watch you from afar while they are not there. If they wanted to be there, they should have treated you a lot nicer. Instead of like some fucking snake. Hey, 007 Maniacs. Hey, Malcolm, how are you? Now, people's perception of you has changed drastically. See, people are looking at you like how conscientious you have always been, and that's what they're remembering. You was never this old nasty, rude, ignorant person like someone painted you to be. You was never like that. And now people are realizing that the whole objective of somebody saying this is because they wanted to spread this message around about you, that you was nasty, because this person felt like they should have been the one that was privileged. But you know what? They were so busy fucking hating on you that they didn't even look and check on themselves. Like I said, this person still thinks that they can still come around you. They feel like they can still visit you. They can still be in your aura. They can still be, thank you so much, K Hyphy. They can still be around you to continue with that fuck shit. Because they still want to be the one that's like, see, I was just around collective, and collective still got problems. This is one thing, some people just can't let go of that shit, even though you ain't even fucking doing nothing except loving on yourself. But see, somebody want to feel like they got to blow the horn, because they want to sit there and go out and do all this loud talking because they want to try and compete against you. They feel the need to compete against you when you ain't even doing nothing except living in your purpose. If this motherfucker grew up and matured, then they would have a moment to really stop and look at themselves and see that they are the ones who's starting the conflict. But people are noticing this about this immature asshole that they bring in the fucking conflict. You taking care of you. People know that it's this person who's too much of a coward to change them. Hey, Wingseer. They know they are the ones that's the coward, not you. If they wasn't a coward, they wouldn't be still playing these little fuck shit ass games. What else, Spirit? What else? See, and they doing with this competition because they want you to react. You ain't doing shit. You're not reacting. You're not responding. Hell, you ain't even blinking to their bullshit. So they need to stop. That's why you get to relax and allow this person to wear themselves out. That's why the Most High said, I'm going to give you the blessings. Since now you have removed yourself, now you are ready. And that person can't even come near you because they still full of shit. 7 of the swords. Bottom of the deck. They still trying to make shit up. They still trying to, act like or invest in some lies and some hidden alibis and all that other bullshit to make it seem like you got problems. They was your only fucking problem. You want to keep it 100. They was your fucking problem. But see, they don't realize you have this protection. You spoke your truth, spoke your peace and your truth, and people are looking at you and they know it's the truth. This is why you're protected, like I said, and this is why this person don't understand why whatever they trying to do, it ain't fucking messing with you at all. It's like, okay, after they continue, it's like, are you through? Or you still want to keep going? Are you not through yet? Okay, come on. You sitting here with your arms folded, sitting back, just relaxing and allowing the blessings to come to you. And trust me, them blessings is on its way. Like I said, this person is out here looking like a fool because they still trying. They still trying you. Everybody has discernment about this person. Everybody is looking at this person with a discerning eye and saying, this is somebody who was just trying to control you, trying to control a narrative, trying to control your life, trying to control everything. This is somebody who got some for real problems. They're not even in control of themselves, but yet they want to try and control you. People know you are worthy. People know you responsible. People know you beautiful. You got yours out the mud. You make your own money. You don't ask nobody for nothing. If anything, you give to somebody else. And people also know that you have to protect yourself for a long ass time. And see now, like they say, it just ain't no fun now. The rabbit got the gun. God wants you just to sit back and relax. Because all the goodness, all the blessings are on its way to you. You don't have to lift a finger. You've done enough. You've healed enough. And everything somebody else has tried to do, they've already been caught. It's judgment time. It's judgment time. All that bullshit that somebody been talking about you, it's all being seen. They can't hide nothing else. The truth is out here. You spoke it. You know it. You felt it. They can't lie anymore if they want to. They can't send out these false messages if they try. People are remembering everything that went on in the past. And now everybody wants just peace. Because they're remembering. And this 666, look it up. It's a spiritual message for somebody. It's an angelic message for somebody. This is your turn. You receive it. just like you should have been receiving a long time ago. This is what you're getting. Whether it is money, whether it is your inheritance, whether it is just blessings after blessings after blessings, confirmation, it's your time. Your angel number 666 is a message to rebalance your life by shifting focus from material worries to spiritual growth and emotional well-being. Nurture yourself and realign with your true purpose. Break free from negativity. I feel like that's what you're doing. You know, I feel like the angels and your ancestors, they're celebrating you for completing this cycle, for completing whatever you had to go through, whatever family curse it was that you had to break free from. You've done it. You used your intuition. And there were times that you know what, you couldn't sleep, you couldn't eat, you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. But all that shit is over. You're no longer stressing about nothing. Confirmation. You've earned your wings. Now somebody is sitting back trying to get their plan together, trying to think how can they attack you next? What can they do? You know, trying to get the master plan together, because you know what? Somebody that they thought they had underneath their thumb has walked away. And they're walking back towards you. Somebody thought they had all the answers when it came to this family. They didn't. And somebody else found out some information when it came to this family that they didn't think that they was going to find out. And it had to do with this person. Somebody found out some important information that even they didn't know. You knew. You already knew. You already said it. You already spoke it. You felt it. And this is why you're getting victory. See, somebody thought that they was going to send somebody in to try and, knock you off your path, to get your mind from the truth to something else. And somebody thought that they was going to be able to strike a war against you. No, not at all. They did all that shit in vain. Somebody else is looking at you and they want to work with you. They see the value of you. They know that you're working very hard, that you're doing the damn thing. And like I said, you're happy, even though somebody else tried so hard to make you miserable. That didn't work. Even though that was part of their plan. Even though this is what they were trying to do. Like I said, you was the target. This was supposed to have been you. Lifeless, breathless. No way to defend yourself. Somebody thought that they could just wave this magical wand and it would be done. But God had a different plan. God gave you strength. You were stronger than all of them, especially some old warlock. You were stronger than every last one of them. And every time that they would try and come back and they would, act like they was going to really apologize, you knew that this warlock was not really even apologizing to you. They was just trying to find another way in. But you ended that shit. And you waiting. Because they're going to try again and again and again and again and again. You already know. You already see that little fish that flopped out of the cup. Because they wanna try and change your whole situation. They can't, because you blessed. God has a blessing, a huge blessing for you, something that you have prayed for, whether it is peace, whether it is a home, whether it is a new job, whether it's a new car, whether it is your soulmate, whatever it is. God said, I got you. Just sit back and enjoy. And this person is trying so hard to figure this shit out because they don't want you to receive this. They want to see how they can come in and fuck it all up. Hey, Lewis, how are you, sweetie? See, one thing that they don't know about you is you feel when they're coming in. It's like the tide changes. You feel the waves, even if your feet aren't even in the water. You can feel the energy in the air. This is why this person is stuck. And no matter what they do, they just continue to place themselves in a deeper, deeper, deeper hole. See, this person, they don't want you to have the love that you need. They want you to be single forever. And they have sat here and tried to get the coven together, to see, how they could pray underneath the stars or whatever, so that you didn't get your wish fulfillment. But God had a better plan for you. The wheel is moving in your favor. Look how many constellations, how many stars and everything. That wheel of fortune is turning in your favor. And as many times as they try and come up after you, it's not going to work because God has already promised you. And we all know that God keeps promises. You don't even have to pray anymore about this. You don't even have to ask anymore about this. You definitely don't have to worry about this because it is already coming through. God said, rest, my child. I got you. Somebody, they don't want you to know that they trying to, what they trying to do. They don't want you to know that they trying to come up with this secret plan. They trying to keep shit to themselves, but you're not even worried about the shit. You're not even worried about it. Because even whenever they do try and connect with you, even when they do try and send out that message to you, it's going to be met with deaf ears. You don't even want to hear it. Like I said, you already know the truth. You know the truth. There's no more investigation that's needed. The truth has come out. Everybody know the truth. And this is why this person is feeling like this. Sick, sad, busted, and motherfucking disgusted. Oh, no. Don't turn on slow mode, please. I like to see the messages come up. Thank you. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. See, somebody thought that they could get in the middle of what you got going on. They can't, as much as they try. As much as they try. But you've already received the information that you receive in the blessing. So what are they trying to do? There's nothing else that they can do except sit back and take it. Except sit back and watch you be blessed. Because Lord knows you have already been through enough. You know, you're very logical. You're use your discernment. The truth has been out here. You spoke the truth. Other people are speaking about the truth. And it's just that this person can't handle the truth. That's why they're trying to mess with you. They're very upset, and they're trying to keep their cool. They're trying to act like they're not pissed, but they are. But you know what? They would prefer to be pissed off as opposed to being pissed on. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Yeah. And this person definitely got the message that somebody's leaving. This is the part that's pissing them off, because they know that somebody is leaving, and that's whenever things is really getting ready to fuck them up. You told them about this too. Like I said, they wanted you. They didn't want you to be around. They wanted it to be over for you. They don't like the fact that you get out there and you say what you want to say. You say how you want to say it. The fact that you can spot the truth, you see the truth, you speak the truth. They don't like that shit. Like, they don't want you to and the fact that you don't give a shit who hear you and who don't hear you. They don't like that shit either. But that's too damn bad. That's a them problem, not a us problem. Hey, 231 Page Horn, how are you? That's all on them. That has nothing to do with you. See, they was hoping that nobody would believe you. They was hoping that people would look at you like, yeah, they don't know. Collector don't know what they talking about. Look at all that. Well, people have already done their investigation. They already know that some people are receiving karma. Some people's karma is just about coming. That people already know. They've already looked into this. That's how they know that you are speaking the truth. Hold on. What was the message, Shaylin? Even. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Lewis, what are you talking about? Hey, Miss Mahogany Drag. Thank you, Shaylin. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is it hidden? Because I don't know what that is. Oh, you said that is Dutch for that sorcerer? Oh, okay. We don't speak Dutch over here, so you're going to have to put it in English. Because we ain't Dutch. We may have some Dutch in us, but we don't speak the Dutch. We don't speak of the Dutch. See, somebody don't want your better half to come in, because that means that you're gonna that they don't want that person to see the value in you and the fact that you know what they can build with you. They don't want that. They wanted you to be so depressed, so brokenhearted that you know what, you didn't receive your true the love of your life, that 10th pinnacle. They don't want this, because they know that once you receive that, it's over. But God has already granted you this. They are already celebrating in the heavens. You already completed whatever cycle that was. And now it's like this person, like I said, This person wanted you to be able to have to fight and struggle and defend yourself and just, they wanted you to have to do all this shit for the rest of your fucking life. They don't want you to be in your soft girl era or your comfortable man era where your woman is taking care of you, your man is taking care of you. Like I said, this person, they've been doing this shit for a long time. They never wanted you to be able to find that peace within your life. They never wanted you to find somebody that actually gave to you. They didn't want that. But that's too fucking bad. That's a them problem, not a collective problem. What's the message, Spirit? Red Violet, I love you. Thank you. Yeah. This has been going on for too long. Too long. And you've already spoken about it. You're already at peace with it. It's already been promised. It's already on its way. And the person that wanted you to feel left out in the cold, they're finding themselves in the same position. This is their predicament right now. And somebody else that wants to send you a message, they sitting back and they watching. They're watching because they are afraid to approach you. They're not sure, what you're going to do, how you're going to act. But they're watching you work too. Somebody is telling them that they needed to invest it in you. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? What is the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. Something about your blessings. All you got to do is sit back and relax. And somebody don't even want you to get this message. They didn't want to, they was trying to hope that the internet fucked up, was turned off or something, like my internet, the connection would be fucked up or whatever, so that you wasn't going to get this message, that you wasn't going to be able to hear this, what was coming out, what was being said. But either way it goes, you was always going to get yours. You was always going to get yours. This could be even somebody, this could be a mother figure, somebody that was praying underneath the moon that you didn't get shit. But but judgment is being called on that ass. Hey, Addie. Anything that this person was trying to stop from coming in, it's coming in, baby. They can't stop it if they wanted to. They cannot stop it if they wanted to. This whole situation has already been healed. You've already shown yourself to be the star, the one who won the battle. And this person still trying to attack you. Still trying to attack you, knowing that you got this coming for you. And it's about damn time. Because you know what? So whoever this is, it wanted somebody else to be able to get this. Thought that somebody else was more deserving of this, and like they trying to plan something so somebody else get that. But see, God ain't giving that other person that love. Not like you. God is holding that love back. God is like, no, move out move. You're stinking up the water. You're getting the water dirty. Can't make this up. You're getting the water dirty with your nasty ass. Get out the water. And see, this person just made themselves look like a fool. This the person who told you, yeah, Oh, yeah, I knew about that. Yeah, I know. What? So you knew all along that somebody else was trying to get in the middle of some shit? You knew all along? It was your plan? That's why the shit ain't going your way, because it was part of your plan to strike against me? Is that what it is? See, now somebody feeling stupid. Because they, like I said, they did this to themselves. They out in the cold and they don't know what the fuck they gonna do. All that shit that you went through, they realizing they cannot handle it. They can't handle it. And that's the truth. God said, the way that you treated my child, you never thought I was going to treat you the same way. What you did to my child is got to be good enough for you. They was caught. The whole time that they was doing some shit to you, they never, ever, ever stopped to think one moment that they was going to be in that same position, if not worse. They really caught up. They can't move. There ain't shit they can do. Not a damn thing they can do. They thought that they had you in a position? No, baby. They fucked themselves. They literally bent over, took a cucumber, one of them English cucumbers, the long ones, and was like, boom, to themselves. Okay? Whenever they thought they was screwing you, they screwed themselves. When they thought they was hurting you, they hurt themselves. When they thought that they was leaving you out, they left themselves out. Because the only thing that they get to do is watch you flourish, watch you receive the love that you deserve, watch you be blessed, watch you be happy, and watch you win. That's it. They can't do nothing else. Nothing. Somebody had to find out the hard way. They didn't have no power. None. That they should have been acting right. Hey, you son, how are you? What you say, Buck's nasty, right? You know, somebody, now they're realizing they should have been a lot nicer to you. They should have treated you with some dignity, with respect, with kindness, with love. They never thought that, oh, I better be careful because I'm doing some really damn horrible shit and that shit is going to come back on me. No, they didn't think that. They thought, I'm going to just continue to do this. I'm going to apply this pressure over and over and over. Collective is either going to take them out, or they're going to be so high and strung out on drugs, or they're going to say something and somebody else going to, take them out, or they're going to be miserable, or they're going to be homeless, or they're going to be this or that, or this or that. But they never thought it was going to be them. They never thought that you was going to rise above. They never thought that you was going to heal from all that bullshit that they was trying to do to you. Hey, Lucky Libra. They never thought that it was their turn next. Hey, Megan Lee. How are you, sweetie? They never thought they was going to have a turn. They thought it was always going to be your turn. Well, nothing going to change for you. This is why God said, okay, enough of this. You played enough. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Sorry. Ace of Pentacles. This is that blessing that you got coming in. You know? Things that you've been working on. Things that have been in the works for you. That blessing. That's right. Wile E. Coyote ass. For real. That blessing. You know? Somebody never stopped to think that what comes around is going to go back around, especially the shit that they did in the dark. They didn't think that. They never thought that. They was like, it ain't going to happen to me. But now everybody sees what they was doing. All the lies, all the bullshit, all the attacks, how they was purposely trying to make you feel like you was a lot less than. Everybody sees that, especially the lie. Because the truth is out, baby. The truth is here. Now things is moving forward for this person, but not in the direction that they was hoping. They are so burdened. And it could be, what their car is down, their car got repossessed. They supposed to be somewhere, but they're not going to be able to make it. I feel like somebody has this very important appointment that they trying to get to, but they don't have a way to get there. And they're going to miss that shit. And they are stressing about this shit. And they have nothing that they can do about it. Not a damn thing. They're so stressed. They're so overburdened. They got so much responsibility on them. All they had to do was be at this appointment, and then things was going to work out for them. But you know what? God said, not today, motherfucker. You remember all those times that you tried to hold my collector back? Remember all those opportunities that you purposely took from my collective? Remember all that? You remember that? Spirit said, because I do. I got the shit written down right here. See this? I got the shit written down. And it's a list. Let me go back from some of the pages. Hold on. Let me go all the way back. All the way back. Let me read some of this shit to you. I'm not going to do this day by day. I'm going to just do month and year. We starting back in the 60s. Now we going to the 70s. Hold on. Yep, we still in the 70s. Now we going to the 80s. Hold on. We just about in the 90s. Hold on. Remember that song 1999? That's when you really showed your ass. Remember that? Because you got a few marks on that fucking day. A whole 3 pages of marks on that day. Remember that shit? Because I do. Now somebody want to reach out to you. They want to ask, could you please? I mean, I really need this. I would really appreciate this. But you're thinking about all the gossip that they was talking about when they had your name all up in their motherfucking mouth. Your name was the only thing that came out their motherfucking mouth. Every time they open up their mouth, they're like, collect it. They couldn't keep your name out their motherfucking mouth. And then they're going to ask you if you can help them. How many different ways can you say no? How many different languages? How you say no in Dutch? How you say it in Spanish? How you say it in French? However many different ways you could say no, put it in the chat. All I know is just the English way. English and Ebonics. No or fuck no. That's it. Hey, Create. How you doing, sweetie? That's it. There's no other way. Thank you, Shaylin. J. Mike said 9 for German. Thank you. That's right, Red Violet. Sweet Spot Gang Side. 2 of these and 1 of these motherfuckers. What'd you say? Swedish is 9. El Quito's 9. German. Okay. See, you put it back up there. See, now somebody thinking about a different choice that they should have made. They should have balanced some shit out. Should have balanced some shit. Should have thought about something. Should have thought, maybe I shouldn't. But they didn't. And now it's Judgment Day. The day that they really, 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 really need something, and they ain't got a chance. And they wanted victory. They got victory. Victory on being locked up. Victory on digging a hole for themselves. You know, they thought that they were so strong when it came to this relationship, that they were so strong that they was going to be able to change the trajectory, change the whole direction, change how things was going to work out. Like they was just so damn fucking strong. Like they was just, I got enough strength and power in myself. I'm gonna change that whole destiny. Fuck this. They ain't getting shit. They ain't getting a motherfucking thing if I got my say. Well, bitch, guess what? You don't have the fucking final say. Now, they've been doing this shit for a long time. Because they didn't want they didn't want anybody to look at you. They didn't want nobody to think that you was worthy. They didn't want nobody to know that you was an earth angel. They wanted somebody else to be seen as the earth angel. They had plans for themselves or somebody else they knew to be the earth angel. That's what they wanted. You know? But see, with this Ace of Cups, God said no. No, 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 no. I know you fucking lying. You sitting here trying to take some shit away from this couple, the couple that I said will be together. I know you fucking lying. You know? Yeah, with the Ace of Wands. No, it's done. It's done. Somebody about to get their wish fulfillment, everything that they ever asked for, what they truly deserve. Because they truly had to heal themselves out of a whole lot of bullshit that was going on. And this is what they deserve. That 10 of Cups. Blessings is coming. And somebody that was trying to get people to work against you, they was trying to send in the cavalry, get everybody together. We going to war. Everybody gonna work against the Empress. Everybody gonna work against the Empress. Well, they just didn't know you was gonna be able to take care of yourself, protect yourself, defend yourself, and fight for your motherfucking self. They didn't know that. All that shit that they had to say about you. They thought that you couldn't do shit. You did. You left that entire family. You was like, oh, y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass. See, everybody should have thought that what they was putting out there is what they gonna get back. They was under investigation. They was under heavy investigation, but they just didn't know it. They didn't know they was under investigation. Thank you so very much. I put it in his hands.com. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Queen Classic, how are you, sweetie? See, they didn't know they was under heavy investigation. They didn't know there was this was like FBI, CIA, ATF, ABC, DEF, all of them was investigating this motherfucker. By the Most High. The Most High sent somebody out. They didn't know. And now they want to be They all upset. They all in their feelings. They all want somebody to feel sorry for them. Now they want some forgiveness. They want some peace. Can we please go to calmer waters? Please. Spirit said no. Fuck no. Hell no. Now they all confused and they don't know how they're going to get to this appointment, because I'm telling you, this is what they needed. This was just what they needed so that they could make it to the next level. This is what they needed. And it's like, damn it. But you know who's sitting there laughing at them? Rubbing the belly and shit. All you can see is that little thing in the back of the mouth because this one's laughing so loud. The devil. Because the devil said, I built your dumb ass up and you thought that you was really doing something. You wasn't doing nothing. This person was always going to get justice. Fool. You wasn't going to do nothing. Okay, we back. His son said it's for learning purposes. Right. Yeah, somebody didn't know that they was getting ready, that they was getting ready to be succumb unto the powers and the giggles and the everything else from the devil. They didn't know the devil was going to call them a fool. They didn't know that the devil was going to turn on them in their time of need, when they needed something the most, and all they needed to do was to get to this appointment. Oh, please get to. I just need to get there. I can't be late, not even a minute late. If I'm late, I'm gonna get locked up. Or if I'm late, this whole deal goes down the drain. If I'm late, I don't get this money that I need by tomorrow. If I'm late, they just didn't realize this shit, that how it was going to play out in their life. Fucking around with you. And God said, keep going. Keep going, because you look real cool doing all this to my collective. Keep going. You look real cool. Now somebody feel like a fool trying to keep you from or something. Something about somebody. Somebody needed something and they feel like a fool. Somebody was waiting for some news to come in, and they was waiting on this good news to come in, but this shit ain't coming. Whatever they was waiting on, that shit is not coming. This information is not coming. The message ain't coming. The offer, it ain't coming. The shit ain't coming. Because it has to do with some bullshit that they said about you so long ago. Oh, they thinking about you tough today. They're thinking about you real tough. They're thinking about how they spread all these rumors about you, how they send out all these messages, how they tried to attack you, how they tried to go to war against you. They're thinking about all that. They're thinking about how they was even, like I said, trying to spit on your name. They just didn't know that, you know what? You was getting ready to get yours. You was going to get yours. And see, you had to go into the forest alone. But either way, you getting blessed. You getting blessed. You spoke your piece. You sent out a message and somebody was watching you. They watching you getting your wish fulfillment. They watching you and they know they can't even fuck with you now. They watching you getting who you want, what you deserve, who deserves you. They watching you. And somebody else that was like, they knew how you was being done wrong, they receiving a tower. Shit that they was hoping they was going to be able to work on, or how they was investing or whatever, they was getting caught. They getting caught up. How they thought that they was going to be able to do this magic trick, this last magic trick against you. That shit is not even going anywhere. This magician is so sad because they don't know what the fuck is happening. They magic ain't magicking no more. Now somebody realized they should have never fucked with you, because the whole entire time you always knew. You always knew. What's the message, Spirit? Thank you. Yes. You getting blessed. God's got a special blessing for you, and it's going to be in the form of this relationship, and this is going to be a strong connection. Can't nobody break this up. This wheel of fortune is coming in, and I'm telling you, it's a lasting connection. This is going to be several years that you're going to be in this connection. And somebody else that thought that they had this great idea how to get this money by tomorrow, the devil is sitting there looking at them like, what the fuck did you think that you was going to do? What else, Spirit? Anything else? Yeah, you know the truth. And like I said, the Most High just wants you to sit back and relax. Just sit back and relax, because you know what? The more you sit back and relax, the more truth comes out. The more answers appear. You know, you don't have to go chase nothing. Hey, Amun Ra, how are you? Hey, Amanda, how are you? Hey, Crystal Healing Self-Love, how are you? What's the message, Spirit? You don't have to search for anything. It's coming to you. Everything that you need to know about this situation is coming. What else, Spirit? Thank you. And the fact that you're gonna, something about your gifts, something about your inheritance. You're gonna have your inheritance by yourself. Nobody can fuck around with it. You ain't got to share not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Because you was always telling the truth. You always knew. That's why God said, no, I ain't sharing this with nobody. You ain't sharing this with nobody. You see how the monkeys was acting. You see how they was acting like these flying ass monkeys, these clowns. Like they was competing for Ronald McDonald's position. Or Bozo's position. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Anything else? And they were so pompous to think that you didn't know. That's the whole thing. Like you couldn't see them, like they standing with their hand. You like, what you got behind your back? And they're like, nothing. Let me see your other hand. Oh, I don't have a knife. I mean, no, I'm just scratching my back. Ouch. I'm just scratching my back. Like you couldn't figure that shit out. Like if you sat there and saw them aiming a pew at you, and you like, what was you doing? Oh, nothing. Like you heard them planning how to take you out. Oh, you didn't hear nothing? What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Anything else from this deck? Yeah, you get all your gifts. Yeah, spirit is blessing you with all your gifts by your damn self. You ain't and spirit don't want you to share nothing with nobody. Not a damn thing. Keep it to yourself. You getting your wish fulfillment, baby. You about to be happy. Yes. And this person thought that they was just gonna be so slick and sly, you was not gonna know it was them. Ah, get out of here. We recognize that ugly ass mug when we see it. Yeah, somebody now they realize something about they understand about this message. And I'm telling you, they want to send you a message, but they was hoping that you would just be stupid enough to be like, oh, you need a ride? You need to get from here to there so that you can get this whatever you need to have so that you can keep going forward and keep attacking me. Sure, I can do that. I can no problem. How about I just buy you a plane ticket? It just go on to that. Oh, and I'm gonna get you the Uber to get there, or I'm gonna pick you up in the morning. No, 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 no. You see what's going on. That's why you said, no, fuck this. I'm done. I'm done. The last time was the last time. And somebody realized that. Now this is why they facing this hardship, and they understand the reason because of the conflict. Now they see it. Now they can understand it. Now they see how God works. Now they understand that they was always under investigation. God was watching them fucking bully you. They understand this now. They believe this now. God was sitting there watching them. They didn't think anybody, confirmation, they didn't think anybody could see them. Nobody would know. It would be their little secret. They didn't even tell anybody else. They thought it was going to be their little secret. They're like, I'm not even telling nobody. I'm not telling nobody. She didn't have to tell God. God was like, oh, I see you. I see you. I see what you was doing underneath the moonlight, trying to start this conflict. That's why this shit is breaking the fuck down. That's why you having this tower moment. That's why your ass is scared. Because you didn't think I saw you whenever I saw you the entire time. Your ass was under intense scrutiny and investigation. I saw you. See, somebody now, and not only is this person scared, but the other people that they was messing with, the other people they was around, the other people that supported this lying ass bitch motherfucker, they scared too. Because they made a similar decision. And they made a similar decision or they acted like they couldn't see nothing. People in this family, they know the end is near for them. Anything that they thought that they was getting ready to celebrate, getting this money or whatever, that shit is over. They ain't getting shit. They ain't getting a motherfucking thing. Nothing. And they know. They know. Logic has kicked in. See, that Wheel of Fortune has stopped turning in their favor. And they know why. Hell, that Wheel of Fortune for them has come up off the whole, what do they call that thing in the middle? This thing, the spindle, the whatever it's called. Hey, Queen Memoirs, how are you, sweetie? And you know, you're the only one that's getting victory. That's it. You're the only one. And see, people are starting to think about, this opportunity, and now they're starting to believe in karma. Funny how that work out when it's too damn late. Hey, Lauren, how are you, sweetie? Now that it's too damn late, now they're starting to believe in karma. Especially whenever that shit excuse me, that shit is coming right back around with the swiftness, with the quickness. Everything that they put out is coming right the fuck back. And they didn't think that this shit was going to happen like that. And never thought about it. Never. And the world is now your oyster. You getting that 10 of cups, baby. And Spirit said, Spirit wants you to enjoy every moment of it. Every moment of it. This is what you deserve. Sit back, relax, kick your feet up, be in your soft girl era, be in your, manly man era, whatever men era men is in. I don't know. I'm not a man. But you getting your 10 of cups, baby. You getting your 10 of cups. Not only your 10 of cups, you also getting your 10 of pentacles. Everything that you deserve, confirmation, and that special one. That one that God is sending to you. Yes. And this relationship has a lot of passion too. Talk about love, being not just love, but being in love. Deep in love. Can't shit break that up? What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? What you say? Best pimp ever I am. Haha. Ma, what? Bring me her boss's whole empire. Haha. I think. What? Oh. Lewis, stop acting weird. Lewis, Shaylin, if he does one more, or Mike, J Mike, if Lewis does one more strange ass comment, hide him. Stop acting weird. You on the wrong channel for that, Lewis. You better go over to Pimps and Whores or Us, but this is not that channel. Okay? Thank you. Something about some discernment, Lewis. Somebody should have had some discernment before they started mishandling you. But now they understand a lot. Now there's nothing that can be hidden, especially after you've left. They get it now. This is why somebody's going through that hardship. Yeah, somebody's under judgment. I feel like this emperor is under judgment too. This could be a father figure. Somebody is under judgment, a father figure, boss, whoever. They under judgment too. Because whatever they've done is coming back on them too. They had their hand in some conflict too. They with the eight of swords, they put themselves in a position too. So I feel like they was even working with somebody. That's the one who was like, yeah, I knew. Yeah, I knew this was going on. Hey, baby Yoda. Like, yeah, I knew that this was going on. So, everybody getting it. Either you get right or you will get left. And there's a few people that got left. They don't have any protection. None. What's the message, Spirit? Somebody is arrogant. It was very arrogant. This could have been an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Yeah, they was trying to be a third party, keeping some secrets, creeping, hiding some serious shit, fuckery, no respect, playing games, trying to cover up some shit. Now they want to talk about some sincere apology. Don't nobody need it now. Don't nobody need it. Because we already saw everything that was going on. We already saw everything that was happening. See, we are a seer of other souls. Even though that table was right there, we can see somebody standing by the table. We can see somebody else on the other side of the room. We are a seer of other souls. That disillusionment that they thought that we was watching that shit is over. It is the moment of truth. The moment of truth. What's the message? We getting victory because of our bravery, our strength. We stand tackle shit head on. We are a warrior. Not only is it that we can't stop, but we won't stop. Somebody with a W, a U, V, W, or X in their first, middle, or last name. And this, as you sow, you shall reap. Live by the sword, die by the sword. This is what that person needed to learn. Now they feel like an old ass fool. But we were standing in our convictions. Something to do with an earth sign. Somebody's always playing victim. Live by the sword, die by the sword. Anything else? Yep, they know we had to walk away. They know it. They would have done the same thing. And see, the switch started with an earth angel and regrets it instantly. And maybe not instantly, but they regret it now. Something with the water sign too. They regret it now. Especially when I feel like it was this witch, that really had to be somewhere. Really needed to be somewhere by tomorrow. Or really needed to do this. Really needed to have this. Really needed to accomplish this one little thing. That way they would have been okay. It would have been the one thing that got them through to, that made it so that they was okay. But there ain't nobody there to help. Just like they left you alone to have to go into the woods, into the forest by yourself. They had to go into the forest by themselves too. What else, Spirit? No help. No backup. No plan. No cushion. No nothing. Yep. Somebody had to realize to stop smiling in every dude's face because everybody is not your friend. And to read between the lines. It's more about what somebody is not saying than it is what they are saying. We need to know that our grandparents are watching over us 24/7. They are in the room. Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandpa. And we have to stay prayed up. We are already God's child, but we got to stay prayed up. And the scapegoat turns into the goat. These people are realizing that there is such thing as spiritual street justice. And right now, the reason we getting these blessings is because we are on the good side of karma. We are getting dharma. And this somebody else is confused like a motherfucker. This is somebody who was a quiet detractor. Like I said, they wanted to be that silent competition. They was like, shh, nobody's gonna know that. Nobody gonna see me. This could have been something they did 3 to 5 years ago, not thinking that anybody saw them, but God saw them. And God's taking care of it. That's why we get to get ready for this special night out. Yes, indeed. We have to learn the lesson and let it go. Sure enough. All right, let's get ready to swing the pendulum. And then let me see. I think we're gonna do a members live. Let's see, it's 5 o'clock here. So in about 2 hours. So about 7 o'clock, we'll do a members live. Okay. And I'll go ahead and set it up. All right, y'all. Oh, let's swing the pendulum. So think of your question. Think of your question. All right, Spirit, what is the answer? And it looks like it is a yes. The answer is definitely a yes. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate y'all hanging out. I love y'all even more. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and set it up so that we can do the members live in 2 hours from now at 7 o'clock my time, which I think it's like mountain time now. All right. And I look forward to seeing all y'all. All right. Bye now.